Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Moondrop Chu II. As you can see, the usual Moondrop kind of artwork. And yet, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Shenzhen Audio Store for sending me this unit to try. So thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And yeah, I've tried the original Chu and I've tried the new one, the DSP model, and those both decent really. But I thought attached cables, and this is actually detachable. So yeah, let's just get into it. So like you saw, the usual kind of artwork, nothing on the side. It's only kind of in black and white, and that's it. So obviously the usual graph, what I used to do the measurement, model Chu II, turning the driver, obviously info about the diaphragm to 0.782 pin, 3.5 jack. Yeah, impedance and sensitivity. So I think the main thing is with this, it doesn't have the crappy cable that it had before. That's the one thing I didn't like on the previous two models. It had that rubbery cable that did give you like ear hooks, but you can see it's basically the same. Obviously 2-pin, which it should have been all along really, and this kind of brass looking nozzle, so that's a bit different. So that's not user changeable. Build quality obviously is the same as normal. So let's see what else you get here. So nothing there, some documentation. If that's your sort of thing. She's even wearing them. QC. So let's see what the cable's like. It's got this kind of pouch. Tips, and here we go. Obviously I'll open it up, but it's still kind of rubbery, but obviously I'll spend some time in it to see what it's actually like. And that's it really. So obviously tips there, it's all kind of normal, but I'm quite glad this is different. They've changed it. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to spend some time with it and see what they're like. See you in the future. Yes, so welcome to my review section of the Moondrop Chu II, version 2, Mark II, whatever you want to call it. So it's the Chu II. As you can see, detachable cable. So this is what it looks like in use. Decent enough cable. Obviously the units themselves are basically the same as before, apart from that. And yeah, decent enough cable. Especially for the the budget sector, and it leads to a right angle connector. See some wires, and yeah, not too bad at all. Obviously these you can just see here to here, got the ear hook, which is flexible, and that's it. So let's talk about the comfort, and then the that kind of nozzle. It actually is, you can actually screw it off. So comfort on these is actually not bad. So nothing amazing. They are quite compact. You cut the tip, a bit of tip swapping to get it right, because these are very small. It's the same size unit as the Chu and the Ju, if that's the right name, the JRU spelling of the model before this, the one that's DSP'd. Obviously that's a different thing, different item. But yeah, so this screws off. Now I think the purpose is you can change filters. So you can see it all the way inside. I think you could say you can change that. I didn't see it in the packaging, and that's it, screws on. It's good to see that, because some Moondrop ones have had issues with condensation and things like that. I've personally never had that problem, but some people do. And that's it. So build quality is exactly the same as all the others, apart from being detachable. So pound sensitive on these is fine. Again, I'd class this as normal, so it's a normal dynamic driver. It's not planar, it's not like a BA, it's just normal. I had no issues at all. So technicalities on this is decent. I've tried better and I've tried worse. Bear in mind this is just under $20, so it's not a lot of money. And it is fine, so I had no issues with that. And shear resolution on these is actually not bad as well. The driver they've used is actually pretty decent for what I can tell, and for what I've used it for. So sound stages, I didn't really feel it was that big. Again, it's okay for the price bracket, and not much to say about it really. To keep it short, so sound, because that's what you're here for. Because apart from this is quite a normal set. So sound, you can see that's what it look like. So I'm going to put the graph up now so you can have a look. Now, these are tuned quite a bit different from the original. I don't have the original Chu anymore. That's I can't really keep everything. Yes, so this is different, but the Chu version 1 had less low end than this, but you can check the graphs as much as you want. It's uploaded on the squig link, so you can check them all. But this set has elevated low end. I don't mind that at all, and this actually did give some nice rumble, so I was actually quite happy with it. Some stuff from Moondrop can be quite stale sometimes, but this wasn't, so it wasn't too bad at all. Gave good impact. Like I typically like electronic music, and it performs perfectly fine. Good rumble in the sub bass for some tracks that I tried. It's no issues at all. So mid range is again fine. I think some people would like more forward upper mid range. I think it's fine. I didn't really find it forward or back, just normal, basically kind of somewhere in the middle. I can see some people might want more upper mid-range, so as in more forward vocals, but I was okay with it. I tried this with a bunch of different music and it seemed fine for what I listened to. Male and female vocals sounded fine, really. And anything in the mid-ranges in instruments just sounded quite clear. I was actually quite happy with it. Nothing amazing, just quite run-of-the-mill. But that's fine for, say, under $20. When you get into $50 and up, you want something a bit more precise or a bit more revealing or accurate. But yeah, these is actually fine. So the treble, probably the part I ultimately don't like. Now there's a little bit of an imbalance. I didn't notice that. Again, I graph after I listen to it. But sometimes you can see from like 3 to 5k-ish. That bit is forward, so it can be a bit harsh, but then again you can solve that with the EQ or a lower volume. But sometimes it did make things sound a little bit fatiguing and harsh. Again, it depends on your library. I listen to electronic music mostly. I did try this with some acoustic music, and I didn't notice that elevation, so just bear that in mind. But apart from that, the treble on these is actually okay. It has good enough extension. It doesn't drop off like a cliff like some of Moondrop's other ones. And yeah, apart from that, obviously the 8k-ish thing is obviously the coupler resonance. And that's it. Nothing bad to say. I might have preferred the tuning a bit more of the GIU model before this, but that was DSP'd, so they kind of cheated a bit because it's got a built-in EQ. But out of the box, this is not a bad set. I would have preferred a little bit lower, 3 to 5. You can see when it goes towards the presence region, I'd prefer that to be smoothed off just a touch. That's my preference. But on the whole, not a bad set. Good instrument separation as well. I think it's another kind of good option for the $20, under $20 kind of budget. And yeah, not much to say really. So conclusion is, do I recommend these? Yes and no. It's good that for the same price as before, you get a cable and you can change the filters. Again, that's a good thing. 2-pin as well instead of MMCX. Treble on this is not tuned to what I like, but then again, depending on your music volume as well and your source, and EQ can solve many things. But yeah, I probably prefer maybe the hollow a bit more, the truth here, but that's probably my preference. But yeah, this is a decent set for the just under $20 mark. Again, I like they finally got away from that kind of crappy attached cable, and you got an included cable, which is decent enough. They should really include filters, unless mine's supposed to have it, and I just didn't get them. I don't know, but yeah, not a bad set. Seems quite versatile. Just be wary of that kind of elevated part in the presence region. And that's it. Vocals for me seem fine. I saw someone posted on the Moondrop, the Shenzhen Audio Discord that their vocal, they wanted them more forward. That's obviously their preference. I was quite happy with it. And yeah, not a bad set. Again, I tried it with some pop music, some more vocal forward kind of pop music, and it sounded fine as well. Yeah, overall not a bad set. It's not perfect, but I don't expect it to be for, I think, $18, $19, something like that. So I'll end waffling now. If you want to know anything in particular, please do let me know in the comments as per usual. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.